Da Nang and Hoi An, two of the most popular digital nomad destinations in Vietnam. But which one is actually better? I have spent total of 5 months living in Da Nang and 1 month in Hoi An, and honestly I changed my mind. In this video I will compare them across 10 key categories, from cost of living and cafes to lifestyle, dating and overall vibe, and by the end you will know exactly which one fits you and your lifestyle the best. Because even though these cities are very close to each other, they offer completely different experience. So let's start with the cost of living. They're pretty similar, to be honest. It's Vietnam, they're close to each other, but there's some differences. Da Nang definitely, as it's a way bigger city, there's way more options for like most things. Accommodation, for example, there's way more like nice modern apartments, like where to choose from, there's way more. But in Hoi An you can also get some good deals, like we're staying in a beach resort, like 5-star resort with a private beach for $800 for a month, but it's just a studio, but still amazing. Like you couldn't find something like that in Da Nang. But for the more normal accommodation, of course in Da Nang there's more options and opportunities to find good deals, but in Hoi An also there's very nice local accommodations by the rice fields and like more chill places. And also for other things in Da Nang there's just more options, so you can definitely find a little bit more cheaper options for most things. So Da Nang wins this category by a little bit. And the second category is the beach. So I would say Da Nang is definitely more impressive, like the big buildings and everything, it looks like Miami or something like that. It's amazing, it's insane if you come in for the first time. It's just very incredible and something you wouldn't expect in Vietnam. I really love it. And the water is also maybe a little bit more blue and nice in Da Nang generally than in Hoi An. But Hoi An, it's way more chill. Like on the beach there's just less going on, there's no like lifeguards like whistling every time you try to swim in a different spot or something like that. In that way Hoi An is way better. And also if you don't want big waves, Hoi An is more flat usually, so it's better for swimming if you just want to like enjoying the water. But Da Nang is better for surfing. You can surf in Hoi An, but Da Nang is more consistently nice waves and also a little bit bigger usually. There's more waves going on in Da Nang like almost all the time, but still both of them are beginner surfing spots, so it's not like world-class waves in either of them. So in my opinion this one goes to Da Nang, but some people would prefer Hoi An. Next is work, networking and Wi-Fi. It's pretty similar in both places. The Wi-Fi can be extremely fast, but for networking Da Nang is definitely better. Like you will meet way more people there than in Hoi An. But actually for the co-working spaces I feel like Hoi An is better. There's this amazing co-working cafe, but also like a proper co-working space that is way nicer than any of the ones in Da Nang. So yeah, co-working is better in Hoi An, but generally better in Da Nang. And by the way, if you're a non-US resident and digital nomad and thinking of opening a US LLC, on paper it sounds simple, but in reality people run into issues. And that's exactly why I recommend GenZone, which is also the sponsor of this video. They specialize in setting up your US LLC and handling the process properly from the start. That includes the company setup, EIN issuance in record time, and most importantly, helping you actually get access to US banking, which is where most people get stuck, with dedicated advisors communicating with you along the way. So if you're thinking of opening an US LLC, go to the link in the description and use my code JOSE for 10% off. Or you can also schedule a complimentary consultation to discuss your specific needs. And now we come to the vibe, which is way different in these two destinations. Hoi An is like so much more peaceful. Like it's really incredible with the rice fields and these like river areas. Like it's very local, very nice, very chill. Like you feel very peaceful here. It's amazing. Da Nang is also amazing in its own way. It's more energetic, it's like a city vibe, and the beach area is also very nice in Da Nang. There's like more happening, more going on, more meetups and meetings and people doing their thing. Like there's just way more going on. So if you want more high energy and meeting a lot of people, Da Nang is definitely better than Hoi An. But if you want for like more peace and more local vibe, Hoi An is way better. And what's also amazing in Hoi An, that you can go around with bicycle. If you don't want to drive a scooter, you can, like, that's what a lot of people do here. They just use bicycle to go around and it's very peaceful and nice. The area is not too big, so yeah, you basically can do that. But I personally still prefer to have a scooter, but even then I still prefer Hoi An for the vibe. Like it's just quite incredible. It's hard to describe how it feels here. It's just so peaceful. There's so many amazing spots to go watch sunset and go around the rice fields and rivers and exploring. It's really amazing. And yet generally Da Nang is just more noisy place. That's what many people also complain, that it's hard to sleep because there's so much beeping and local people selling different things with a loud speaker at night, and karaoke and bars and restaurants and all kind of things like that are very loud. So for this, Hoi An is also way better generally. And the next category is food, which is very similar in both of them. It's Vietnam, amazing local food, also some good Western food options in both of them. Da Nang of course have more options generally because it's a bigger place again, but Hoi An is very famous for food, especially local food. There's some amazing places, but so are in Da Nang. And actually there's a lot of restaurants that are the same in Da Nang and Hoi An, like they have one in Hoi An and one in Da Nang. So yeah, it's very similar. But as Hoi An has just so many amazing local restaurants, I have to give it to Hoi An. But yeah, the next thing is gyms and activities. I would say Vietnam is not the best generally for gyms and recovery places and activities, but both of these places have some decent options. For the gyms, there's of course way more options in Da Nang as it's a bigger city, but the quality of them is actually pretty similar. Like there's a lot of places that are like not super big and not super nice, but pretty nice, decent and very affordable. So yeah, I would say it's pretty even between the two places. For recovery places, similar story. There's some options that are decent, it's okay, but not super nice. For the recovery, it's a bit more expensive. So it is what it is, very similar. But for paddle, for example, for activities other than surfing, Da Nang is definitely a little bit better because now there's a paddle place that people use a lot. So there's a lot of games you can join in Da Nang. There's place to play paddle here in Hoi An, in Four Seasons Resort. It's not too expensive, but there's not many games going on you can join. So if you have friend group to play with in Hoi An, it's really amazing. But if you don't, then Da Nang is definitely better. So just by a little bit, this go to Da Nang. And next is infrastructure. Da Nang is more convenient generally, like a little bit. It's bigger city, there's more options for everything. You can do everything a little bit easier, I guess. But Hoi An is also pretty good. And one thing that is way better in Hoi An, again, is the traffic. There's pretty much no traffic at all in most areas in Hoi An. And also the air quality is a bit better in Hoi An than in Da Nang. It gets not the best always, so Hoi An is also not the best, but it's a little bit better. So yeah, this one goes to Hoi An. And next, the community and people. I would say Da Nang is definitely way better in a way of like meeting people. More bigger place, there's way more people to meet and meetups and hangouts and everything happening way more in Da Nang. But Hoi An is also pretty good, you will meet some interesting people here, but generally it's more tourists, old people and families here, and in Da Nang is more young people. So I would say this must go to Da Nang. And by the way, if you are living the digital nomad lifestyle, I would recommend joining my private community, Nomad Tribe, to basically have your local friend group anywhere you go. You can now join over 250 nomads for a 50% special discounted price. We have a lot of meetups always going on. There's WhatsApp chats that are extremely active, so you can always ask questions, get real-time advice from people already living where you are going. So with all this, the meetups and connections you will make, you will never arrive somewhere alone anymore, but you skip months of trial and error, feeling lost and alone, and costly mistakes. Check it out from the link in the description. Right now, for limited time, we're running a 50% discount, so it's $99 for lifetime membership, just one-time payment. So it's definitely 100% worth it. People are really loving the community and getting so much value out of it, so hope to see you inside. And then dating. So yeah, Da Nang is bigger city, there's definitely like better dating options there and bigger dating scene. There's also a lot of parties and events you can join and meet people. But yeah, it's Vietnam still. If you want to date the locals, it's not that good because they don't really speak English. But yeah, Da Nang is definitely better because there's more people who speak English if you're interested in that, but it's not super good anyway in any of these places in Vietnam. So yeah, I guess this one goes to Da Nang. And the last thing is experiences. There's a lot of things you can do in Da Nang and around Da Nang that are not super far, of course, from Hoi An either, because these are close by each other. But I would say Da Nang has a little better, like more things to do, more things to experience than Hoi An. In Hoi An, in mostly the old town, coconut boat you can do, it's pretty nice. There's rice fields, there's rivers to explore, but it's more simple, local and chill. Like there's not too many things to try and do here. So yeah, this one goes to Da Nang. So the total is 7-3 for Da Nang, and it definitely makes sense why most people still choose Da Nang when they're coming here for a longer time. But the score doesn't really tell the whole story, as Da Nang is like barely winning many of them, while Hoi An is like 1000% better for the peace and quietness and just the vibe and general enjoyment of the days in the quiet areas. But yeah, especially for the first timers coming here, I would say Da Nang is still like more cool and probably better option, especially if you want to meet a lot of people. So yeah, hope you got value out of the video. Please like the video and subscribe, and see you next week.